Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Number 10. Julian Edelman's Super Bowl catch from 2017. Finally, Julian Edelman's Super Bowl catch occurred during Super Bowl 51 on February 5th, 2017, when the New England Patriots faced the Atlanta Falcons in a historic comeback. With the Patriots trailing by 25 points in the third quarter, the odds seemed unsolvable. However, Tom Brady never gave up, leading his team on an incredible rally, and in the fourth quarter, with less than 3 minutes remaining, the Patriots were driving on the field in a last-ditch effort to tie the game. Brady fired a pass to Edelman, who was surrounded by 3 Falcon defenders. In an extraordinary display of focus and skill, Edelman somehow managed to snatch the ball just inches from the ground, with the ball bouncing off a defender's leg before securing it. The catch not only extended the drive, but also ignited the Patriots' momentum, ultimately leading to their stunning victory in the first ever Super Bowl to go into overtime. Number 9, Odell Beckham Jr.'s one-handed catch from 2014. Odell Beckham Jr.'s one-handed catch is yet another moment that transcends football and enters the realm of a pure spectacle. It occurred on November 23, 2014, during a Sunday night football match between the Giants and Cowboys. Quarterback Eli Manning launched a deep pass down the field, seemingly out of reach for any normal receiver, but in a display of otherworldly talent, Beckham Jr. leaped into the air, extending his right arm and plucked the ball out of thin air with just one hand. The catch was a combination of timing, concentration, as well as athleticism, and believe it or not, probably a little luck, leaving both fans and players in awe. The catch was so impressive that it was named the Catch of the Year by NFL Films. Number 8, Santonio Holmes' tippy-toe touchdown from 2009. Santonio Holmes' tippy-toe touchdown was a moment of athletic brilliance that basically defied any belief. It took place during Super Bowl 43 on February 1st, 2009, when the Steelers clashed with the Cardinals. And with less than a minute left of the game and the Steelers trailing by 3, Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger launched a pass to the corner of the end zone, aiming for Holmes, who was covered tightly by Cardinals defender Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. In a remarkable display of precision and agility, Holmes managed to keep both feet in bounds while tiptoeing across the sideline, securing the touchdown. The replay shows how his toes barely grazed the white boundary, leaving fans and commentators alike astonished by the sheer artistry of the catch. Santonio Holmes' tippy-toe touchdown has become the game-winning score to seal the Steelers' victory and earning them the Super Bowl, as well as making him the Super Bowl MVP. Number 7, Antonio Freeman's unbelievable catch from 2000. Antonio Freeman's unbelievable catch created another moment of sheer brilliance that stunned football fans worldwide. It happened during a Monday night game on November 6, 2000, when Freeman was playing for the Green Bay Packers. With the Packers trailing in overtime against the Minnesota Vikings, quarterback Brett Favre launched a desperate pass down the middle of the field. The ball was deflected by a Vikings defender and appeared to be falling harmlessly to the ground, but then, in an astonishing display of focus and athleticism, Freeman dove forward, managing to secure the ball just before it hit the turf. Rolling on his back, Freeman miraculously trapped the ball against his body, somehow managing to keep it from touching the ground. Believe it or not, the referees did rule it a completed catch, and the Packers won the game in one of the most extraordinary and unforgettable plays in NFL history. Number 6, Randy Moss's one-handed catch from 2007, which is a jaw-dropping moment that showcased Randy Moss's extraordinary talent on the field. It occurred during a Monday Night Football game on November 26, 2007, when Moss was playing for the New England Patriots. Facing off against the Indianapolis Colts, Moss streaked down the field, leaving defenders in disbelief. The catch was so impressive that it was named the Catch of the Century by ESPN. Number 5, David Tyree's helmet catch from 2008. David Tyree's helmet catch is yet another iconic play in Super Bowl history, where it just so happened that during Super Bowl 42 on February 3, 2008, the New York Giants were taking on the undefeated New England Patriots. And at the time, the Giants were trailing late in the game. Quarterback Eli Manning ended up finding himself under intense pressure from the Patriots defense. But in a moment of desperation, Manning launched a pass downfield to Tyree, who was covered tightly by Rodney Harrison. Despite the odds being stacked against him, Tyree managed to leap into the air and make an astonishing one-handed catch with the ball pinned against his helmet. Perfect game-winning touchdown for the Giants and dashing the Patriots' hopes of a perfect season. Number 4, Lynn Swann's 64-yard Super Bowl catch from 1976. Another iconic play in the Super Bowl was Lynn Swann's insane 64-yard catch. It took place during Super Bowl X on January 18, 1976, whenever the Steelers faced off against the Cowboys. Swann, who was a wide receiver known for his graceful athleticism, showcased his brilliance during this iconic play. The game was all tied up in the fourth, and the Steelers quarterback Terry Bradshaw launched a deep pass downfield to Swann. Despite tight coverage from the Cowboys defenders, Swann leaped into the air and made an astonishing acrobatic catch, snatching the ball out of thin air like a magician plucking a coin. He then weaved through the defense, and mesmerizing agility had left defenders in his wake while he sprinted to the end zone for that amazing touchdown. Swann's breathtaking catch not only electrified the crowd, but also had turned the tide in the Steelers' favor, propelling them to a Super Bowl victory and earning him the game's MVP honors. Number 3, Jermaine Kearse's amazing bobble catch from 2015. Next up, we present to you the amazing bobble catch by Jermaine Kearse. It happened during Super Bowl 49 on February 1st, 2015, when the Seattle Seahawks were facing off against the New England Patriots. With less than 2 minutes to go in the game, and the Seahawks trailing by just 4 points, Russell Wilson, who was the Seahawks quarterback, threw a deep pass down the sideline to Kearse, who managed to get a hand on the ball but couldn't hold on. In an incredible display of concentration and athleticism, Kearse kept his eyes on the ball, bobbling it multiple times as he fell to the ground. Miraculously, though, he managed to secure the ball and complete the 33-yard catch, putting the Seahawks in the most perfect position to potentially win the game. It was such a stunning pass that it made Tom Brady shake his head in disbelief. Number 2, Dwight Clark's The Catch from 1982. Next up, we present to you The Catch. This is another iconic play in NFL history that happened in the 1982 NFC Championship game between the 49ers and Cowboys. With less than a minute remaining on the clock and the 49ers trailing by 6, quarterback Joe Montana took the snap and scrambled to avoid the Cowboys' relentless pass rush. As the pocket began to collapse, he spotted Dwight Clark leaping high into the air at the back of the end zone. Montana hurled the ball, and Clark made an unremarkable fingertip catch, securing the touchdown that not only won him the game, but also propelled the 49ers to their first ever Super Bowl appearance. What made the catch even more memorable was the fact that it came at such a critical moment in the game. The 49ers were on the brink of elimination, but Clark's catch gave them a new life and helped them to send the game into overtime. The catch is now considered one of the greatest moments in NFL history and helped to launch the 49ers dynasty in the 1980s. Number 1, Franco Harris's Immaculate Reception.